Who initially, and Prime Minister, initially is the key word here, who initially paid for the redecoration of his Downing Street flat?
Johnson refused to answer whether he made the initial payment for his flat refurbishment or whether someone else did, clinging resolutely to the same form of words.
He should know that I paid for Downing Street refurbishment personally. Mr. Speaker, I've given him the answer, and the answer is I have covered the costs, and I think I've answered this question several times now. And the answer is that I have covered the costs.
Government ministers followed the number 10 script.
I do know that the Prime Minister's paid every single penny.
He paid for the refurbishment.
Did he take money at any stage from a Tory donor?
As I've said, he has met the costs out of his own pocket.
But that isn't answering the question, though, is it?
Well, he did eventually, but only after a long attempt to farm out the bills.
The Electoral Commission report makes clear that this was a redecoration begun without obvious means of payment. Bills for tens of thousands of pounds are paid for by a government department, then paid off by the Conservative Party, and they were then paid off by Tory donor Lord Brownlow. 3 more chunky bills are paid off direct by Lord Brownlow. Only when others get to hear about the secret payments does Boris Johnson get out his own chequebook to settle up the redecoration bill.
As for this,
he's followed all the relevant codes of conduct at all relevant times.
The Electoral Commission disagreed.
Today, the Electoral Commission fined the Conservative Party over improperly declaring donations used to refurbish the PM's flat.
The report by the Electoral Commission also raises questions about the Prime Minister's personal conduct. The Prime Minister told Lord Geidt, his independent advisor on ministers' interests, that up until February 2021 he knew nothing about payments for the flat refurbishments. That's in black and white in Lord Geidt's report. I have also spoken to the Prime Minister, who confirms that he knew nothing about such payments until immediately prior to media reports in February 2021. But the report from the Electoral Commission reveals the Prime Minister was directly discussing payments with the man who ended up covering the initial costs for the flat in November 2020. On the 29th of November 2020, so 3 months before Boris Johnson claimed he knew nothing, the Prime Minister messaged Lord Brownlow via WhatsApp asking him to authorise further, at that stage, unspecified refurbishment works on the residence. Lord Brownlow agreed to do so. Number 10 insists the PM remained ignorant about who actually settled the bill, but Labour believes he's been caught in a lie.
You know, what's most concerning for me is that the Prime Minister lied to his own independent advisor, who found that there was no misconduct because he was given false information.
In a letter to Lord Geidt, MPs have asked what steps are open to him if he believes he was misled during his inquiry. A response is still awaited.